Yeah, hello. Okay, well, we've done all the valve adjustments. Everything's bang on. This thing's running like a top. Yeah, I've got it running out in the basement there. We'll just go have a quick listen here. Running real nice. Not missing a beat anymore. So this thing's running good. Okay, so from what I understand, '06 CRF 250X, great bike, king of the enduro bikes for these years, and up even till now they're making an RX now. The 230s they've gone away from. I think just this year they've gone to a 250, which is their version of the 230F. Basically, air cooled, same bike. Anyway, why we're here is the valve train on these things. Okay, the valves tend to tighten up. Okay, you get below 0.03 millimeters on your feeler gauge. Those valves have tightened up so much that it won't work. The bike won't run. I had it out for a ride one day. Fine. Come back. I thought it was a little bit tough to start, and it seemed like it was backfiring a little bit. I thought it was kind of odd. Then I went to start it up the next morning. It wouldn't start. Okay. Everything I've looked at, valves tighten up. So I've had it all apart. We'll call this part number 2 because I did put on part number 1 showing you all the mechanics work. Okay. Basically, I took it apart a couple times, and there's a theme here, apparently. Be diligent with your specs. When you're putting your feeler gauges between the cam lobes and the valve buckets, make sure you get an absolute correct reading on that. Absolute. Don't go, oh yeah, it's a 0.02. 3, 0.03 almost fits in there. We'll call it 2. Chase those feeler gauges right until it's perfect, so they slide in, but they're tight. Okay, you got to get a correct reading on them. Okay, I showed you guys all the math in the part 1 video. I ended up doing it again. I actually did it 3 times to get it perfect, and I'm not happy unless it's perfect, right? So, okay, one thing I did notice too, these hot cam shims. Okay, see how it's got all the numbers in there? Like, there's 1.80. Okay, so I was assuming these would be really correct, that being a 180. Well, they are not. Okay, let's, here, I'll turn this around. Okay, this is a 1.80. 1.80. Okay, turn your caliper on and watch, it'll be a 1.80. Zeroed out. Okay, take it and mic it. Okay, if you can see what that says. Okay, I'll put that back. That was a 1.80. Okay. You see that? God damn it. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that or not. That's a 1.84. Okay? 1.84. When you're dealing with these minimal increments. Okay? Took that out of the 1.80 bucket. That's the guy right there. It says what it is on it. There's no way you'll ever be able to see that, I don't think. Whoa. No. Maybe. No, anyway. Okay, so that came out of the 1.80 bucket. It's not a 1.80. It's a 1.84. Okay, so I took my calculations. I mic'd everything. And I mic'd it numerous times. Just to make sure that I got exactly what I needed. Okay, so and there's what I needed. Okay, so I took every one of those. I went into the 190 bin and mic'd those. I went into the 1.85 bin. I mic'd those to get it as close to that number as I possibly could. I think I ended up finding a 1.88. 1.88 gigawatts. Anyway, yeah. So, and do the math. Spend a bit of time on it. I took it apart a couple times. I did not like the way things, after I put it all back together, I would put my feeler gauges in there. They weren't coming up with quite the numbers I expected. So, bottom line, I'm not doing it unless it's going to be perfect. So, keep in mind that. Use the micrometer, go through it all, and get it absolutely as perfect as you can. Don't go, yeah, that's good enough. It's not good enough, because when you're dealing in, 0.1 of a millimeter, it's not very big, So, anyway, just some tools that you need to do this stuff. Feeler gauges, torque wrenches. You absolutely need this hot cams kit. This thing's expensive. I guess not really. It's $140. I bought it through Honda, BI Honda in Nanaimo. $140. You could go and buy the individual shims, but I don't really want to be running to a store every time I need a shim. Now I think I should be good for a while now before I gotta shim these. This kit comes with tons. There's got to be 100 shims in here, So for what it's worth, you've got it at home. Okay. Simple stuff. You need a micrometer. I just showed you that. You absolutely need a micrometer to do this job. Okay. This isn't even a really expensive one. Sure, now you can see the numbers. Okay. Not even a really expensive one, but does the trick. This is your formula. Okay. If any of you need a... Okay. A equals your new shim thickness. We went over this yesterday. Okay. B minus C plus D equals. And that'll give you the shim size that you need to put in there. Calculator and a basic knowledge of internal combustion engines. This thing's running mint now. I've got the valves to 0.12. Both intake valves are at 0.12. And I've got both exhaust valves at 0.28. Specs on the exhaust valves are 0.03 to 0.28. Intake are 0.03 to 1.2. Sorry. Having your Honda manual, or you can find all this stuff online. I believe it's page 66 in your Honda manual. There's your intake, 0.12 to 0.03 millimeters. Exhaust, 0.28 to 0.03 millimeters. Good to have a shop manual. If ever you buy a bike, ask the guy if he's got the shop manual for it. Other than that, just some few basic tools, man. Keep everything super organized. I ended up breaking off my 0.03 shim, but I'll just put that with my feeler gauge set. Just keep super organized and don't get in a rush. Okay, so that's that. Everything's running mint. I am going to start now. I'm going to go for a ride tomorrow. So I'm going to try some new tires. I'm going to put up fresh boots on these babies. I'll maybe do a review on these. These are, what are they? Mitas tires. MITAS. They come from the Czech Republic. They are DOT approved, real sticky compound. This is about the second down from the stickiest compound that they make. Because I figure I do a bit of log and road riding to get from point A to point B, so I absolutely don't want to destroy a tire in like 2 rides. So yeah, these are from Europe, obviously, Czech Republic. They're made for the FIM Enduro series because they have to, everything's got to be street legal over in Europe. Bikes have to be street legal, the tires, everything. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of a review on those after I go for a ride and see how I like them, and we'll see how they wear. But anyway, thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe, like, comment. See you guys on the next one.